and welcome. For this practice, you will not need anything additional, just yourself and maybe a mat. If you have sensitive knees, I would suggest grabbing like a blanket or something just to have extra padding under your knees. But other than that, it's a very simple practice. We are going to do a full body stretch from the top of your head all the way down to your toes. So this practice is great for whatever you need. Morning practice, evening practice, releasing physical tension, releasing stress, whatever you set your intention on for this practice is what it will be. So I invite you to join me wherever you're at in a seat, and we will get started. So I invite you, if you can, find a cross-legged seat in front of you and just start to settle in. Always the option to close your eyes down here just to kind of bring your awareness inward towards yourself. Let your hands rest just gently on top of your legs, your knees, wherever feels most comfortable here. Take a couple deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Again, inhale. Exhale. Let's do a nice audible sigh. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Awesome. Go ahead and start to bring some movement into your neck. So drop your right ear towards your right shoulder and just hold for a few rounds of breath. Option to just leave this as is, or take your right hand, place it on top of your head if you need a little extra stretch. Option to move your head around a little bit here if you need to, or just find some stillness. One or two more rounds of breath. Okay, go ahead and slowly come back to center, release, and then take it to the other side. Left ear to left shoulder. Same option, maybe place your left hand on top of your head. Whatever you did on the other side, try to equal that out on this side if it feels okay in your body. One or two more rounds of breath. And then go ahead and inhale slowly back to center. Exhale here. Awesome. Go ahead and drop your chin towards your chest and just hold here for a few rounds of breath. Option to take a hand or both hands behind your head to add a little extra stretch. If this is too much, just remove your hands. 2 or 3 more rounds of breath here. And when you're ready, go ahead. If your hands are there, release your hands. Keep your head as is. And just start to slowly move your head from side to side. So take this really slow. We're going to take some time here getting into your neck. Maybe you come all the way up with that circle, all the way over. So as you're moving your neck around, just kind of start to notice any kinks, any parts where you land, where you're like, ooh, that feels really, really tight or really uncomfortable. And maybe focus on those parts of your neck. Almost giving yourself a massage here in your neck to try to work out that tension that may have built up. Couple more rounds of breath here, whatever movement you're taking. Continue to breathe. And then as you're ready, slowly come back to center. Take a nice big deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Awesome. Awesome. Alrighty, go ahead and start to get into your shoulders. So any type of movement in your shoulders. For me, just some circles feel really good. Option to get into your arms here like I am as well. Maybe big arm circles. Again, just finding the points of tension that you're feeling here in your shoulders or your arms and just working through that and whatever movement you need to do here. We're going to take this a few more rounds of breath. Continue to take nice deep inhales and exhales. Being intentional about your breathing here is also going to help release that tension in your body as you're stretching things out. Just a couple more rounds of breath wherever you're at here. Getting into your shoulders. Alrighty, drop your shoulders down. Let them be nice and heavy down your back. Place your hands on the tops of your legs so that they're nice and secure. You're going to take an inhale as you start to circle to the right and then come all the way forward. And then on your exhale, take it to the left, pull your chest back. So as you circle back, you're going to round through your spine. I'll turn to face this way so you can see. So you're inhaling to one side. Coming forward, exhaling, pulling your chest towards your spine, rounding as you go back. And then just take this movement a few more times. So your movement may look a little different than mine. Maybe you need to take a slightly different variation of this movement here. Maybe instead of the circles, you take some seated cat-cow. So on an inhale, you open up through your chest, arch through your spine, and then exhale, chin to chest, round through your spine. So take any variation of this movement in your spine. You might start to feel this in your hips as well. Feel free to close your eyes during this movement to really feel into it. And connect with your body here. Notice, where do you feel sensation? Maybe your hips, maybe your spine, maybe your neck, your shoulders. Take your time here. Take about 3 or 4 deep rounds of breath as you move. Your movement may change, that's okay. Maybe one more round of breath wherever you're at. And then as you're ready, slowly come back to center. Awesome. I'm going to turn to face you. You're going to bring your legs out to the side. So if you've had them cross this whole time, just kind of notice how that feels, just to kind of bring some blood flow back into your legs. Option to move your feet around, point and flex through your toes. Alrighty, go ahead and flex your toes towards you. Inhale, nice straight spine here, lengthen through your spine. And then exhale, start to bend to the right. So as you go to the right, kind of settle in, notice what kind of a stretch you need here. I want to sweep my left arm up and overhead because I feel like I need a nice opening in my side body here. And if you can, option to try to grab that right foot or just let your arms land however they land. And you're going to settle in here for a few rounds of breath. So whatever variation of this stretch you're taking, breathe into that sensation wherever you're feeling it. And exhale, release that tension. Inhale, breathe into that sensation wherever you feel that stretch. And then exhale, release that tension. Take this 2 or 3 more rounds wherever you're at. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and slowly come back to center. Nice and slow, nice and gentle. Exhale when you arrive. Maybe rebend through your knees. Just kind of take a little bit of a break as you transition to the other side. And then when you're ready, you'll just take the opposite side. So as you settle in here, you may notice that this side feels a little different. Maybe you have to change up the variation of this stretch. And same thing. Notice where you feel that sensation. Inhale, breathe into it. And then exhale, release that tension. Few more rounds of breath wherever you're at. Take your time in this stretch. No rush. Okay. As you're ready on an inhale, slowly come back to center. Exhale when you arrive. Alrighty. We're going to make our way into a tabletop shape. So again, if you have like not great knees, if you need some extra padding, go ahead and grab something to place under your knees, a blanket or whatever you have available. And we're going to meet in tabletop on hands and knees. When you arrive, just start to rock your hips side to side. So getting a little bit more into those hips, option to move your head and neck around as well, or just let your head be nice and heavy here. Option to keep with the hip rocks or take some hip circles. Or third option, take some cat-cows, whatever's calling your name. A cat-cow would be inhaling to drop your belly, reaching your gaze up, and then exhaling, rounding through your spine, tucking your chin to your chest. So any movement in your hips and your spine here, anything that feels like you need it, take it. Again, option to close your eyes down. Really feel into any sensations here. Feel into your hips, feel into your spine, your chest, your shoulders. This is your time. Only you know what your body needs here. I know what my body needs. You know what your body needs. Take what you need here. Couple more rounds of breath. Awesome. Go ahead and come back to neutral from wherever you're at here. And you're going to walk your hands forward and try to land your forearms down. So as you land your forearms down on the floor, your hips are nice and elevated towards the sky. Try to make sure your hips are somewhat over your knees. So we're moving into more of a shoulder stretch. Maybe you feel this in your chest as well. So allow, if you can, allow your forearms to ground down. Your palms of your hands are grounded. And either your chin or your forehead ground down as well. We're going to settle in here for a few rounds of breath. And if you're feeling a lot of sensation, that's good. It just means that you're getting in touch with the tension in your body here. So again, inhale, breathe into that sensation wherever you feel it. Exhale, release that tension. See if you can sink a little bit deeper. Inhale into that sensation. Exhale, release tension. Inhale to that sensation. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Take this 3 more rounds at your own pace. Feel the changing, the shifting in your body here. And then go ahead and just walk yourself or push yourself back. So push your hips back towards your heels. We're moving into child shape here. You can keep your knees as is, or to get more into your hips, you can separate your knees, bring your big toes to touch behind you, and settle in here. With each exhale, see if you can let go of something. Maybe anything weighing you down. Anything heavy on your mind, on your heart. Can you tune into that? Notice, accept, acknowledge that that thing is there. And then if it is something that is just there, it just is, you can't control it right now, can you try to let go of that control? Let go of any sensations that you may be clinging on to with that thing. Give yourself a few more rounds of breath here. Again, let it go. And then on an inhale, slowly, gently come back up into tabletop. Take your time here. Exhale when you arrive. Okay, give yourself a little bit of break. You're gonna sit back on your heels. If that doesn't feel good, you can just sit directly down on the floor. We're gonna take a nice spinal twist here, just a simple twist. So go ahead and inhale to lengthen your spine, and then exhale, twist it to the right. Option for your fingertips to land on the floor or your lower back. Your gaze is just past your right shoulder. Take 2 or 3 rounds of breath here. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. On an inhale, come back to center, lengthen your spine. Exhale, take it to the left. Same options here. Hold for about 3 rounds of breath. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. On your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale here. Alrighty, go ahead and come back into tabletop. We're going to take a toe stretch. So start to tuck your toes under. An option here, maybe reach back and just kind of separate your toes even a little bit more, just to try to find some nice even space in between. And then go ahead and land your hands back down. So if you're already feeling a lot of sensation, go ahead and just stay exactly where you're at. If you feel like you could push yourself more, you can maybe come up onto fingertips, or if you want to take the full variation of this, you can come all the way up. So if you come all the way up, you are going to be placing all of your body weight on your toes specifically. So wherever you're landing, try to land your palms face down, either on the floor, the tops of your legs. We're gonna settle in for about 1 more minute here. So we're giving ourselves some time to really stretch out through your feet, through your toes. It's very common if you don't do this often or you haven't done this at all, you may feel some cramping up in your feet. And if it gets to be too much, you can go ahead and come out of it, but just tune in. See if you can, if you're just feeling, or if you're feeling a lot of tension but no cramping or pain, try to stick with this for a few more rounds of breath. Really use your exhales, deep inhales through your nose. Nice long exhale through your mouth. Push that tension out of your body. You got this. We're almost through. And if you have to come out of this early, that's totally okay. There's no right or wrongs here. You're just trying to feel that stretch in your feet and your toes. We're holding for 5. Continue to breathe for 4, almost there. For 3, if you came out of it, maybe try to come back into it for a couple more breaths. For 2, for 1.5, we're almost there. And 1, awesome. Go ahead and release, come back into your tabletop. Slowly, gently untuck your toes. And then maybe shake it out. Alrighty. Take some time here, moving your feet, your toes. Feel that blood come back into your feet. That circulation. You may have some cramping here as well. Again, that's normal. Okay. If you need to pause the video, give yourself a little more time with your feet. That's totally fine. But if you are ready, we are going to take 1 downward facing dog. So we're going to take a nice big stretch through your whole back body. So retuck your toes under. And when you're ready, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Option, maybe pedal out through your feet here, bend through one knee and then the other. Try to make sure your feet are about hips width distance apart, and then start to settle into some stillness here. So as you do, notice your hands here. Maybe look up between your hands. Notice that the palms of your hands are nice and grounded. All 10 fingers are kind of spread apart. So your hands and your feet are nice and grounded, supporting you, holding you up here. Try to push your chest towards the tops of your legs. Try to push your heels towards the earth. So there's no perfect way to settle into this shape. You're just wanting to feel a nice stretch here all the way through the backs of your legs, all the way up into your spine, into your neck. Take 3 more deep rounds of breath here. Try to find that stillness. Push the ground away with your hands. And then go ahead and look up between your hands. You're going to step forward or walk forward as far as you want to go here. We're going to meet in a forward fold. Keep your feet about hips width distance apart. And let your arms either hang loose, or you can grab opposite elbows for a ragdoll. So just kind of notice what feels best here. So your goal is to let your whole upper body just completely go here. So the crown of your head, back of your neck are nice and loose, hanging towards the floor. You can stay in stillness here, or maybe bend through one knee and then the other. So when you do the bending through one knee, you'll notice that you start to feel the back of that straight leg a lot more. So if you need more stretch in the backs of your legs, you can keep this kind of movement going, or option, you can grab behind the backs of your ankles and really fold yourself forward. Take about 3 or 4 more rounds of breath here. Your head and neck are nice and loose, nice and heavy. And then go ahead, if they're not already, ground your hands down on the floor. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. And then exhale, fold crown of your head towards the earth. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Last one, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. This time, inhale, stand all the way up. Sweep your arms up as you go. See if you can touch your palms together at the top. Exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. Awesome. Inhale, sweep those arms up one more time. Exhale, dive it down, forward fold, all the way down. Land your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, come all the way down into a seat. Straighten your legs in front of you. Alrighty, just take some movement with your feet here, pointing through your toes and then flexing through your toes. So again, you're activating the backs of your legs here. Try to sit up nice and straight, nice length in your spine here. Couple more movements with the feet. Alrighty, one last stretch and then we're gonna wrap things up. Go ahead and bring the bottoms of your feet together. We're taking a butterfly shape here with your legs. So if you, again, need extra support for your knees, you can always grab something to place under those knees if letting them fall to the side just isn't very supportive for you. But if you can settle in here, go ahead and try to just let your knees, your legs just naturally fall to the side. And then go ahead and inhale. Again, lengthen your spine. Exhale, pull yourself forward. So your hands are wrapped around your feet. Pull yourself forward as far as you can go here. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold. We're going to take that 2 more times. Hold as soon as you get to your edge here, holding for 5, 4, see if you can push your shoulders down your back. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, slowly sit up. Last one here. Exhale, fold forward. See if you can go just a tiny bit more here. Holding for 5. Shoulders down away from your ears. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Awesome job. Alrighty. Go ahead and meet me in either a seat, or if you're planning on just taking a few minutes of rest, you can lay on the floor if you need to. But if you're wrapping up along with me, go ahead and find a seat. If it feels okay, bring your hands together at the very center of your chest. Option to close your eyes down one more time here. Check in with your body. Notice how you feel here. Maybe you have some activation in your body that you didn't before. Maybe you feel a little bit looser, a little bit more grounded. And then if there is an affirmation that you would like to take with you throughout the rest of your day or your evening or wherever you're going this week, maybe just ask yourself, what word, what feeling, what phrase do I need to take with me? And just go with the first thing that pops up in your head. Just go with whatever that is, whether it makes sense or not. Take that word, that phrase, that feeling, that thought, whatever it is. Go ahead and inhale, breathe it into your body. Exhale. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale that affirmation into your body. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Awesome job. If your eyes are closed, slowly start to blink them open. If you need a few more minutes here, take it. If you're done, thank you for joining me, for showing up for yourself. I hope you got something beneficial, whatever you needed from this practice. I hope you got that for yourself. And as always, I will see you next time.